Namaskar, myself Dr. Trishanu Banik. I welcome you all to the weekly weather briefing program of IMD. Today's date is 6th February. During the past 1 week, there were two western disturbance. One is during the 31st January up to the 3rd February, and second western disturbance was in between 3 to 5 February. Both the WD moved across northern part of the India during this week. First western disturbance caused light to moderate rainfall and also snowfall over Jammu and Kashmir and adjoining areas during 1st to 3rd February, and second western disturbance caused light to moderate rainfall, snowfall across western Himalayan region, and isolated very light to light rainfall was realized over the adjoining plains of northwest India during 4 to 5 February. Apart from these two western disturbance, last week subtropical westerly jet stream within the speed limit of 130 to 160 knot was also prominent over western Himalaya and northwest India. And in the eastern part of the India, there were two cyclonic circulation, one over the northeast Assam and its neighboring region, and second cyclonic circulation was over East Bangladesh and its neighboring region and extend up to the 1.5 to 3.1 kilometer during the last 1 week. Now moving further and talking about the observed rainfall during the past 1 week from 30th of January up to the 5 February, there were light rainfall and snowfall has been realized over Jammu Kashmir and Himachal Pradesh, and also very light to light rain realized over Punjab, Uttarakhand, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan and western part of the Madhya Pradesh. Talking about the dense fog during the last 1 week, dense fog and low cloud continued to persist over east and northeast India, including Orissa and West Bengal during the most of the days of this week. And specifically due to the presence of a anticyclonic circulation over Orissa and adjoining northwest Bay of Bengal, this dense to very dense fog was realized over Orissa and adjoining Gangetic West Bengal. Talking about in more detail about the location and the date information, dense to very dense fog was observed in isolated pockets of Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh on 31st January to 4 February, Bihar on 31st January and also 1st and 4th February. And dense to very dense fog has been realized over Delhi on 1st February, Orissa on 31st January up to 5th February. And Assam and Meghalaya fog, very dense to dense fog has been realized from 1st February to 3rd February, and also up to the 5th February it was continued. Over Andhra Pradesh, very dense to dense fog realized on 1st February, and over Chhattisgarh it was observed on 31st January, and South Interior Karnataka on 3rd February. Dense fog was also observed in isolated pockets of Gangetic West Bengal on 31st January, 2nd to 3rd February, and also over Nagaland on 31st January, Sikkim during 31st January up to the 4th February, and over Chandigarh on 1st February. Dense fog condition is also very likely to continue to prevail during the early morning hour in isolated pockets of Himachal Pradesh and Orissa till 8 February. Now moving further and talking about the cold wave condition, during the past 1 week, there was no cold wave reported. Regarding the cold wave condition, only observed over the isolated pockets of Himachal Pradesh on 4th February. And talking about the weekly temperature, weekly average minimum temperature was above normal by 3 to 5 degree centigrade over parts of northwest India, central India and west coast of India, and also normal over the remaining parts of the country except part of east coast of India where it was below normal by 1 to 2 degrees centigrade. And talking about the weekly average maximum temperature, it was above normal by 1 to 3 degree over northeast India and part of northwest India, and near normal over rest part of the country except southeast peninsular India where it was below normal by 1 to 3 degrees centigrade during the week. Now moving further and talking about the past 1 week rainfall and its departure information. During the past 1 week from 30th of January up to the 5th of February, you can see here the Jammu Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh and Kerala has a deficient of rainfall within the range of -59 to -20%, and the remaining part like the Punjab, Uttarakhand, Haryana, western part of the Uttar Pradesh, eastern part of the Rajasthan and western part of the Madhya Pradesh, including the northeastern state Tripura, Mizoram, Manipur, Nagaland, Sikkim and sub-Himalayan West Bengal, including the Tamil Nadu, there was large deficient of rainfall. And if you see the northeastern state Arunachal Pradesh has received normal rainfall, and the Assam and Meghalaya region received excess amount of rainfall during the past 1 week. And if you talk about the rainfall and its departure during 1st January up to the 5th of February, you can see here most part of the northern India and also the Indo-Gangetic plain and central India, including the northeastern state and the coastal Andhra Pradesh, where large deficient rainfall has been realized. And you can see here in the yellow color, and if you see the red color associated zone, specifically the western part of the Rajasthan, Arunachal Pradesh, south interior Karnataka and Kerala, this region received deficient of rainfall, and the region like Assam, Meghalaya and eastern part of the Rajasthan received normal rainfall, including the Andaman and Nicobar Island. If we talk about the percentage wise, you can see if we subdivide our India as a east and northeast India, then northwest India, central India, south peninsular India, you can see here over the central India maximum minus 99% rainfall departure was realized during the past 1 week, followed by the minus 74% negative departure was south peninsular India, then minus 54% negative departure of rainfall over northwest India, and minus 39% of rainfall negative departure over east and northeast India. As a country whole, you can see minus 59% departure of the rainfall has been realized. And talking about the whole season from starting from the 1st of January up to the 5th of February, you can see here as a country whole minus 69% negative departure was realized, and central India realized maximum minus 97% of negative departure, followed by the northwest India minus 75%, followed by the east and northeast India minus 53%, and south peninsular India minus 13% negative departure was realized. Moving further and talking about the forecast of the next 2 weeks, during the week 1, you can see here the rainfall forecast map and associated forecast rainfall forecast anomaly has also been given, where you can see that in the week 1 we are expecting, specifically starting from the today, a cyclonic circulation over the central Assam and neighborhood in the lower tropospheric level, and under the influence of this system, isolated scattered to light to moderate rainfall is likely over northeast India and sub-Himalayan West Bengal and Sikkim during most of the day of the week. Isolated thunderstorm and lightning is also likely over Arunachal Pradesh and northeast Assam on 6th and 7th February. We are also expecting a fresh western disturbance which is going to affect the western Himalayan region from 8 February onward, and under the influence of this system, isolated to scattered light rainfall and snowfall activity is likely over western Himalayan region during 8 to 12 February. And talking about the week 2, we are not expecting any kind of active western disturbance during the week 2 over the northwest India. However, due to the feeble western disturbances, light to moderate isolated to scattered rainfall and snowfall is likely over western Himalayan region during this week 2, and light to moderate isolated to scattered rainfall is also likely over northeast India during some days of week 2. Overall rainfall will be likely to be below normal over all the homogeneous region of the country during the week 2. Now if we talk about the forecast of minimum temperature for week 1 and week 2, you can see here no significant change in minimum temperature is likely over northwest India during next 24 hours, and gradual rise by 2 to 3 degrees centigrade during subsequent days of the week, and also gradual fall in minimum temperature by 2 to 3 degree is likely over central India during first half of the week, and thereafter no significant change we are expecting. Gradual fall in the minimum temperature by 3 to 5 degrees is also also likely over East India during next 2 days and no significant change during subsequent days of the week. During the week 2, minimum temperature are likely to be between 8 to 12 degrees centigrade over most part of the plain of northwest India and central and east India during the week 2. And also minimum temperature are likely to be below normal by 2 to 4 degrees centigrade over most part of the east and adjoining central and north peninsular India during the week 2. And if we talk about the cold wave condition during the next 2, we are not expecting any kind of cold wave situation over any part of the country. And talking about the cyclogenesis probability, there is no likelihood of cyclogenesis over the North Indian Oceanic region during the next 2 weeks. Thank you very much. For detail about the daily video, you can check our daily video link. Links are given in the description. Thank you very much. Stay tuned with the IMD.